For civilized people, I really believe that religion is just a lifestyle. The reason why I have to say this is because most of the people who are in my circle are religious. They somehow believe. But I can say that I'm the exception and I'm the only atheist. But my whole life, I've never seen any single reason to convert them to become atheist as much as I am, because I've never seen once religion have sabotaged their life, their core values, their identity, or sabotage their financial development or their growth in other way. That's the main reason I've never tried to convert them, because I believe that they are better the life they live. So I've never seen any single advantage of me being atheist. So I'm an atheist because I'm a truth seeker. I always wanted to understand scientific facts, everything that I had the courage to understand. But my friends or people in my cycle don't find the benefit of that. They simply live their life and it just matches their energy. So most of the people really believe or really go to the churches because it's simply a lifestyle. They have community there, they have friends there, they have everything there. Some of them even have jobs there. So it's simply a lifestyle. So the reason why I don't negotiate with that is because it doesn't sabotage their life, because their religious values align with their core values of their daily life. So I'm not saying no to the construction project because it's immense and important, because there are people who are not simply believers. These are people who are extremists. These are the people who take every single scripture as law, who take everything in the book as a doctrine or as something that has to be followed by fire or force. These are the problem. These are the people who fail to integrate themselves in any society that they go to. They are the people who impose their beliefs on you. These are the people who are not ready to come to the table and have a meaningful conversation. These are the people we have to be against. And these are the people who will always push us to have a deconstruction project. So that, but again, you can't hate on someone who's simply religious, because at the end of the time, you don't find any meaningful impact on trying to change them or try to look down on them, because at the same time I can say they are living their life and they are fulfilling their desires and they are not sabotaging their living experience on this planet. So as long as you are having your best experience as much as I'm having it, I don't have any reason to try to convert you unless I see something that's going extremely wrong, or that's making you upset on regular basis, or there is a fun or there is an enjoyment you can't have because of such scriptures or some of the doctrines. So that's where it actually become a problem, because it's annoying or destroying your experience on earth. Otherwise, I rate you B, because at the same time, if I try to convert you, it might even be worse, because even me, it takes time to simply accept that. And I can say that most of the time I have a conversation with most religious people who are in my zone or my cycle, and most of them are really willing to come to the table and have a conversation, discuss about the scientific facts. Most of them don't seem to be hesitant about them, but again they are afraid of like compromising their identity because they were Christians since when they were young. So they are afraid of losing belief that they grew up in. But at the same time, they look like they have something like fear of what will happen after life. That's also another thing that forced them to adhere to Christian or believing culture. But at the same time, you can see that there are people who are open to the society. So for me, I can say there is no proper reason to say like, nah, you have to stop. So the reason why I'm saying this is because even as atheists, we don't have to be extremist or look down on people or just assume that they are missing on something for not discovering what I discovered. Because most of the people who are atheists go through a lot to discover what they know. Because they run a lot, they run evolution, they run scientific facts. To live their life they live as atheists with true happiness because they found their true identity. And sometimes there is misconception that even religious people are not living their life or they are missing something. But to be honest, they are living also their life, because some of people don't have that courage, that interest of figuring more and more. They are just okay with their supernatural being, their imaginary friend, as long as it simply works for them and does not sabotage their life and doesn't stop them from integrating the society. They have to separate their religion with their daily life norms, because they understand that they will meet people on regular basis and they know how to behave. So these are the people we actually need. Of course, it might be better if you discuss with them and they are willing to change. But if they're not willing, but at the same time, it's not making them having worse life, like at some point you can understand. So I think you have to understand that modern civilized people who are educated at the same time, they take these religion things as lifestyle. So they don't have a problem with complicated, they don't complicate it at all. So that's the message of today, and you can tell me what you believe about my concept in a comment below. So thank you so much.